those of you joining me, hi. I hope you're going to say hello. We'll be starting in just a few seconds. I hope everybody that's already joined is having a great night so far. And it looks like the rain might be holding up, at least where I live in Mandarin. Hi. All right, I think we're ready to get started. I'm Cheryl. I'm one of the Pilates instructors and group exercise instructors from the JCA. And tonight we're going to do a mat Pilates workout with a small ball. I'm going to have a hip mobility series added. And I really want to talk through our workout about what Pilates is and focusing on our powerhouse, on our core, with concentration, being very aware of our movements with deep, controlled breathing, and precision in the movements instead of letting just the body move and using those large, fast twitch muscles. I saw a great meme yesterday on my Pilates World that said the small muscles need love too. And it's the small muscles that support our bones and the rest of our structures, and they are our endurance muscles. Our fast twitch large muscles are not the endurance. So getting into the small muscles will help support the big muscles to do the fast work and the heavy load, but without that, we have some probability to get some injuries somewhere along the line, and we want to try to build our body to be balanced and strong. So with this, we're going to start kneeling. Now, if your knees are compromised, feel free to sit. I want you also to try this if your knees give you some problems. You can pad up your mat, but place your ball at the very bottom by the mat so that the quads are gently pressing against it, and that should try to lift the weight away from the knee joint. And if that doesn't help, then I want you to just sit on the mat, cross your legs, and be comfortable. We're going to start with a nice upper body, breathing in, exhale, lower the arms down. Our goal here is to find a quiet spine and a quiet body while we're in kneeling. Finding neutral spine here. We have to find neutral spine in all positions, whether it's laying down flat, being on our stomachs, in prone, being on sideline, or sitting up tall or standing. Take the arms and hold them right here. Open the arms out, palms down. The arms should be slightly below the shoulders to avoid any risk or compression at this joint. So bring those arms in towards the back side of the hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring them in. Finding this beautiful smile, shoulder to shoulder, right across the chest. And breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale towards your body. Two more. And last one. And bring those arms down. Take your right hand up with the palm facing. Let your left arm slide down your thigh as you reach open, and open from the serratus to the hip so that we get some lateral flexion. Imagine that you are between two panes of glass. Come back up to a T, rotate your left arm, reach up, slide the other arm down your leg. Sliding that arm down the leg helps you keep your balance, but also it keeps you from leaning. We're really looking to lengthen from the armpit to the hip. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale as you come up. Last one. And exhale. Take your hands. This is a Pilates grip of the fingers. The thumbs will go to support the neck. And we're going to start by placing them here tonight. We will come back and check into this position in other places of our spine tonight. Press your head back and feel the front of the body wake up. I want you to reach one elbow over to your left, come back, and reach it over to the right. Reach that over to the left. Good. Breathe and reach it over to the right. From here, just rotate the ribs to your left. Come back. Exhale, rotate the ribs to your right. Keep that breath flowing, whichever flow you like, an inhale or an exhale in that rotation, but the hips don't move. And it's very noticeable in kneeling if you let your hips go with the rib cage. If the hips are quiet, we are working and waking up our oblique system, the front, anterior slings, and our posterior. And we need to wake up those slings before we begin our work. Last one, and come back to the center. Slide those hands out, reach the arms, palms face you. Turn the palms away, and I want you to open the chest. Exhale, scoop in like you've got this giant beach ball leaning back, and then open the chest as if you're going for a swim. Exhale, round. And if you don't swim, imagine that you're swimming. But we want to get flexion. Inhale as you open up the upper spine for extension. Exhale, scoop in. Inhale, upper thoracic extension. Exhale. You're not arching from the low back. You're opening the chest. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Keep that breath going. Last one. And up. Take those arms down. Now from here, take that ball out, and you're going to just sit nicely on the hips and then roll over to your back to get started with our supine work. Taking your ball and place the ball between the inner thighs. You want to lay nicely down, head down, palms reaching. Take a breath, lift those arms up, and give me an abdominal curl. Exhale, waking up the transverse abdominals. Inhale as you come back. Exhale as you curl. As you lift the upper body, try to let your eye gaze rest on the top of the knees. If you look at the belly, the neck will compress, and we want to keep the neck nice and long. Find more energy or more lift through the upper ribs, drawing them together and anchoring the pelvis. Inhale, come back. Exhale as you curl. Inhale, come back. Exhale as you curl. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. And exhale. Come all the way down. Let the hands rest nicely by your side. Try to find that opening from this kneeling work that we did. Starting off with a pelvic tilt. Think of pubic bone to belly button being a straight line. Tilt that pubic bone towards the belly on an exhale and feel the low back just gently press into the mat. You're going to inhale and lengthen back and come to neutral spine. Exhale as you just give me that little tilt. Inhale as you lengthen. Now while you're doing this movement, pelvic tilts, check into the quads and make sure that they're not doing it for you. They should be nice and quiet. It's a very small movement. Waking up the transverse abdominals and the back multifidi muscles. The 2 of the 4 that make up your core. Exhale, breathe. Breathing is number 3. Your diaphragm, and number 4 is your pelvic floor, which we've put a ball here so that our pelvic floor is active. So we are working the core, getting it ready to do some work. Now, I want you to curl and lift. Now push through the legs and the feet and lift the hips and slowly lift 1 vertebrae all the way up at a time. Reach the knees away. Feel the front hips open. Feel the gluteal fold at the back line. Take a breath. Articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. We're just going to wake up that spine now, giving it a little bit more mobility. Lengthen out. Exhale, pubic bone to belly button. Push through your feet. Roll all the way up. Take those knees out. If your hips don't get up high enough, your hamstrings are going to do all the work. And we need the glute max to be a part of those hip extensors with the hamstrings. Articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a nice inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you curl, roll all the way up, reach those knees away. Take a breath. Exhale as you articulate down, finding each little bone of your spine and finding a little space between it. We're going to do 1 more. Pubic bone to the belly button, push through the feet, roll up, get high, reach, reach, reach. Take a breath and articulate down. All the way. Now that's our warm up to wake up the spine. We may do some more bridging later on by request. Take that ball out gently and lift the legs both up into tabletop 1 at a time. I want you to drop one leg down and lift it back up. While you're doing a little marching here, which is waking up the core, I want you to just imagine the leg falling out. The knee to the foot doesn't do anything. It's moving out of the hip socket. Adding your breath. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. One more time, and hold it up. Bringing the legs together, let those lower legs relax even more. Let the femurs drop down towards the mat without touching, and exhale, pull up. Now, not only are the feet not touching, but you're not letting that pelvis move. Add that deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. And exhale, hold. Knees come back to tabletop as we prepare for the 100. 4 of the 100 prep. Reach the arms up. Exhale, curl up. Let your eye gaze land where you did in your warm-up for the abs. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. So the 100 was a part of the original work, and that was part of your warm-up. And I know the 100 is everybody's favorite, and we're going to hold it up. Legs can stay here. They can come up to another position up, or you can come down to 45. You're going to pump the arms. Inhale and exhale. It's inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2. Breathe. And 5 more sets. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower your legs if you want for a little bit more challenge without moving the pelvis. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more sets. Breathe. Last set and hold. Bend the knees in, drop one foot down at a time, and come all the way down. Woo, reach those arms. You should be nicely warmed up now. Taking the legs all the way out in front of you, you're going to lift the arms up, zip up those legs, flex the feet for a proper roll-up. Lift head, neck, and shoulder, and exhale as you peel up. The breath is very important, and sit up nice and tall. So from here, we're going to place the ball today between our ankles. We're going to sit up nice and tall. If your hamstrings are tight, bend those knees. You don't want to sacrifice the ribs over the hips. From here, pubic bone to belly button, just like you did in the warm-up, and then roll back up nice and tall. Exhale, curl, and come back up. And curl. And come back up. So we inhale at the top. We scoop and exhale as we come back. We inhale on the back and exhale as you come back up, stacking up. Relax the shoulders. Put everything in this low abdominal hollow out. And exhale, come back up. We're going to go a little further. So you're going to curl and you're going to come back a little bit more. You're going to exhale, come back up. You're going to curl back. Remember, 2 full breaths. You exhale back, take an inhale, exhale all the way back up. So to add a little fun tonight, we'll take that ball out and we're going to lift one leg up part of the way. Whichever leg you want, because we're doing both. You're going to curl back without the leg moving. Once it's stable, come down, exhale halfway up, inhale down, exhale halfway up, inhale down, exhale halfway up, inhale down, exhale, hold it here. Lightly lift your ball, exhale, inhale, lift, exhale, 2 more, breathe, exhale, 1 more time, exhale, hold, lower the leg with control, and roll all the way up with an exhale. Ooh! Now, if you find that you went too far back, don't go back as far. Find the place that's your challenge in your scoop and curl back. So from here, find that nice articulation of the spine, get into flexion, lift the opposite leg. Told you we had another one. Curl back, roll halfway up. Curl back, exhale up, and curl, and up. One more time, curl, come up, lower the legs, and come all the way back. Oh, you know what I forgot was those arms. So I think we have to do those. Curl back, lift that leg. Now, lift and lower. We certainly need to be even. Exhale, lift up, exhale. One more time, exhale, lower the leg all the way up. Round your spine, place the ball right at the front of those ankles. Point your toes and roll forward for a lovely foot stretch, hamstrings, and upper back. Come all the way up. We're going to put the ball down to the side. Now I'm going to sit catty corner so you can see a little bit of spine stretch forward. Your legs are going to be out, no wider than your mat. Your arms will go out in front. And tonight I'd like your hands stacked on top of each other. From here, tip your head. Just start to peel your spine. You don't lean forward and spine stretch forward. You round the spine and let the fingertips find the mat. Once they're there, then you let the fingertips reach forward and lead you to wherever you can go. Again, without leaning. Your hips stay quiet. Take a breath, draw those fingertips in, relax the shoulders, and let the arms float up. Good, 2 more, spine stretch forward. Drop the head, peel yourself away from the imaginary wall. Let the arms float forward. Take a breath. Take another breath as you exhale, stacking it up. And then inhale all the way up, arms up. So the arms start to follow our body. Notice I'm dropping my chin. My arms are following my torso. They find the mat. What are your feet doing? I hope they're active and not just plopped out. Let the upper body reach long, but don't let the hips move. Exhale, pull back in, stack it up. Last time, drop the head, let those arms go down. Take a breath and let the upper body reach as the lower body stays quiet. Come all the way back up, reach the arms up, open out, get ready for saw. Again, bent knees if this is hard to achieve due to tight hamstrings. So arms out, we're going to rotate. Pinky finger towards pinky toe. Look behind you, palm is up. Inhale, come up to tall posture. Reach behind you. Make sure you're trying to look at the palm reaching the ceiling. Inhale up. If you find you cannot reach your toes, no problem. Only reach where your body can maintain the pelvis quiet. So this may be all you've got. And maybe this is all you've got. It's all good. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale, reach. We're going to do one more side. Up and reach. Lift it up and reach. Taking the upper arms, bringing the legs together, and we're going to come in for a little roll like a ball. Again, adding to that spinal mobility. So sitting towards the front of your mat, find your sit bones and then balance on the back edge of them. Bring your knees up, wrap your hands around the knees. Now, if this is too difficult, maybe you might want to grab under here, and that's fine as long as the legs don't do a flop out on you, okay? So keep them nicely tucked in. Look at your knees, shoulder blades down. On the count of 3, we'll roll back to the tips of the shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3, inhale, and exhale, hold. Inhale, exhale, hold. Your goal is not to touch the floor, but hey, I do it, and if you do, you just keep going. Inhale, back. Keep your eyes on the knees. Come up. Inhale, roll back. exhale, come up. 2 more. Inhale, back, exhale, up. Last time, inhale, back, exhale, up, and rest. I promised you some hip mobility, so we're going to take the ball and we're going to roll all the way down, flat. Feet are in line with the knee and the inside hip. So we're looking for our legs to be aligned. Take your ball, lift up into a bridge. Find your mid-sacrum. You should not be on your waist, nor should you be on the tailbone. And press down on that ball. Now, if you don't have a ball, and every week I offer you to bring a folded towel, you can do this with something soft underneath that sacrum, okay? Hands down to the side. We're going to start with one leg lifted to the ceiling. Your choice. Again, we have 2 of them. We're going to start with a flex and a point. It is time to get those hamstrings woken up. And flex, and point, and flex, and point. Now flex, lower that leg down, find the hip, but don't touch the mat. Point the foot and lift back up. Now while you're moving, your job is to keep the ball quiet. Good luck with that. Now the ball is a ball, so there's going to be a slight movement, but your role is to try to stabilize it because you need a neutral pelvis. And one more time, and flex, point, come up, hold it, small leg circles, trying to keep your ball quiet, and breathe, and hold, reverse, circle, 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 and hold. Bend that knee. Slowly bring it down, keeping the pelvis quiet. We have another leg. Take it straight up. Flex and point. If your hamstrings are tight and your legs can't straighten, then bend them, but have the knee over the hip, okay? You're better off than being out here. So have the knee right over the hip and do the work. Last one. Oh, flex, lower the leg, point, come up. I like to use the vision of the foot is running down the wall in front of you and the toes are going to paint. They're a paintbrush. And take the paint off and paint the wall. And one more time. And let's paint that wall with our toes. Hold the leg up and small leg circles right out of the hip socket. Relax it. Now your arms can be as wide as you need them to be for stability. The closer they are to your body, reverse the leg, the more core work. The further away will give you more stability. Please work at your level. What's good for you? Hold that leg. Now we're going to take them both up. And we're going to do a scissor and a scissor and a scissor and a scissor. Pointing through the toes, really reaching. Last 2. Last 1. Both legs together. Now make sure the ankles are right over the hips. If your legs come in too much, your abdominals have turned off because your pelvis is tilted. So you want to maintain neutral spine and keep the core working. Heels together, toes apart. Open, close. No wider than your mat. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Tempo change and tap, 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 tap. Relax in the shoulder. Keep breathing. Wake up those adductors. And 4 and 3 and 2 and hold. Flex. Open out wide. As wide as you can, maintaining the pelvis being quiet. That means your ball's quiet. Point. Come back in. Flex. Open with a breath. Point. Exhale. Bring those legs back. Inhale. Let those hamstrings and adductors stretch. Point. Exhale. Back in. One more time. And come back in. Tonight's bicycle will be on the ball. Knees right over the hips. Take one leg out. Now I want you to think of really reaching long, letting the toes find your mat, grazing up, and take the other leg out. Make it big. Make the toes graze. Reach through the hips. Reach. Reach. Keep breathing. Keep working on that ball, being quiet. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Bring both knees in. Let the lower legs hang. Let those toes drop towards the mat. Exhale, pull them up. Inhale, drop. Exhale, pull them up. Inhale and exhale. We did this in the warm-up. See if you can find a little bit more connection in the transverse abdominals. 2 more. And last one. Come up, drop a foot. Drop a foot, lift up, take that ball out, slowly articulate down, and I hope that that feels pretty darn good. That should let you come right into neutral spine so much easier and allowing us to get ready to do our series of 5. So we're going to take one leg out. We're going to take our hands in front of the, right at the top of the shin. We're going to curl up. And we're just going to sit up for a minute and transition in more of the classical version. So inside hand, inside knee, outside hand right above the ankle, and you're going to come down just to the tips of the shoulder blades. Hold it right here. Exhale, switch, and switch, and switch. Now pull in and pull. The arms help keep your legs in the framework of your body. It's stretching because you're stretching that hip. 2 more sets. Breathe. Last set. Hold both knees in for double leg. Now, we want to keep the upper body lifted and not floundering back and forth as we do this one. Keep the eye gaze on the knees, hands to the outer shins. Inhale, extend. Exhale, circle, meet your shins, pull in. Inhale, out. Exhale, come around, pull in. Inhale, out. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, out. Exhale, pull in. One more time. Exhale, pull in. Now keep the legs out. For a Kathy Grant version, you're going to curl, reach the upper body, curl. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, curl. One more. Exhale, curl. Bring the legs in. No dropping of the head. One leg up, one leg out, single straight leg stretch. Hand behind a calf, lower the others, pulse for 2. Think breath. And one more set. Beautiful. And bring the knees in. Slowly come down and take a rest. Drop a foot, turn your head to the right, cervical rotation to the left, and back one more time. Just releasing your neck and the upper traps. We have 2 more of this series of 5, and we're going to do those with those threaded fingers and the thumbs supporting the neck. Elbows come in. And if you weren't with us in the warm-up, or just as a review, curl up, look at your knees, and I want you to let your head get heavy in your hands, not allowing the hands to move, and hopefully you feel a little wake up in the low abdominals. It's also going to take it out of the neck. Lift both legs back up. We're going to extend both legs out for double straight leg, and down, and breathe. Inhale down, exhale lift. Inhale down, exhale lift. You only go down where you can maintain stability in the pelvis. 2 more. Inhale. Not every move is a lot of reps. 1 more time. Come up. Bend the knees. Inside shoulder towards the knee as you exhale, rotate. Inhale back. We're prepping for crisscross. Lift up beyond the tips of the shoulder blades if you can. Head is heavy. And now we're going to add the leg. Rotate, reach. Rotate, reach. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale as you rotate. Exhale. Reach the legs long. Reach. Make it precise. Precise. Notice the body is only rolling around the spine. There's no rocking back and forth. Last set. Breathe, breathe, hands to the shins. Pull yourself in. And come all the way down. Beautiful. So from here, hands down to your side. And we're going to do a nice spine twist here. So have your hands out wide. Back of the shoulders down. Both feet and knees come apart just to hip width. Let both knees fall to one side. With the knees apart, I'm now going to ask you to push that top hip forward a little. Take a nice breath, and then use the exhale to bring the legs around. Try not to use the legs. Use the breath. Keep the head centered. Inhale. Reach to the other side. Push that top hip forward. Exhale back to the center. Shoulders check in. They're down. Breathe. Inhale, filling up your spine in rotation. Exhaling, using the abdominals to bring the legs back. Not the legs. Last one. Breathe. And come all the way back in. We're going to take those legs out all the way, and we're going to roll over to our side and begin our sideline series. So I'd like for you to line up along the back edge. By the way, I hope you have some water. The weather is warm, it's humid, it's muggy, and you need to drink water whether you're thirsty or not, okay? So lay onto your side along the back edge of the mat. That's your alignment. And I'm going to give you options for your head. Take your legs at the hip crease, slide the legs forward to the front of the mat, like you're a banana shape. Now here you can let your head rest. If you have a towel and you want to use the towel, that's perfectly fine. You can also come up, place your elbow under the shoulder and feel lifted from here. But this here cannot hang. Or if we get into some of the traditional work, our head will be supported and our elbow out. So I'm going to give you options tonight, like I do every week. Lift the top leg, lower it down. I want you to hold it no higher than the hip and take a moment to point and flex at the ankle, ensuring that your toes are not higher than your heel, but that it's nicely parallel so that we can get in the abductors. That's what sideline work is about. Abductors and obliques. Last one, hold the flex. Lower down, lift up. Imagine a book is laying on the outside of that foot. One more time, hold it. Kicks, we're going to kick for 2 and then point the foot, exhale as you come back just to the gluteal fold. Inhale for 2, exhale, come back. Your upper body is quiet. That's your core work. If the upper body moves with the lower body, you're not going to hurt yourself, but you will miss out on that core work that this is designed for. One more time. And kick, kick, and hold it back. Now, I like my circles back, so the top leg is back, and I'm going to have you flex the heel and give me some heel circles. This is a variation, and hopefully you're feeling it where my hand is rubbing. Good. And circle, 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 and reverse. Circle, circle. The heel is drawing a circle. Toes are not higher than the heel. Last 2. And come back in. Come down. Now everybody will come down onto their arms for the heels. So keep the waist lifted. If your waist hangs, we've lost alignment. So push your hips away, lift up, heels together, toes apart. Lift, flex, come down. Point, lift, flex, come down. Point, lift, flex, come down. Point, lift, flex. Let's change it. Flex up, point, down. Now we did the point and flex legs when we were in supine on the ball, but we were in parallel. Now we're turned out, so it's a different fascial line. And hold. Now passe, knee in, reach up, flex, come down longer. Draw the toes into the knee. Lift straight up, flex, come down. Reverse that. Lift up, point, bend, and let the toes run the inside of the leg. Flex, lift, point, come down, and all the way down. We're going to bring our knees in for clam tonight. Toes, feet are stacked. Hands on the hips, lift the legs, or the feet I should say, and now I want you to open and close. Without your hips moving, close and closed. I should have gotten our balls. We should have a little pearl in the clam. So we're going to pretend we have that ball there. And now I want you just pressing downward. Press, press, slow and precise. Controlled work. 2 more. And drop the knees, come down, extend out both legs and reach the top arm over. Grab the wrist or the fingers and see if you can get a lovely, lovely stretch. From here, we're going to go into some prone work onto the front of your body. Don't worry, we have the other side we're going to work on. So I would like for your hands to be behind you with the palms to the ceiling. The legs will be zipped together. If you have any low back compression, open the legs out. Forehead is going to look at the mat. Try not to rest. If you need a towel to hold it there, that's perfectly fine. Lift the heart up. The extension is not big. You should not be looking at the wall ahead of you, but seeing just the front of the mat. Lift the arms up. Lift the thighs up. Come back down. Let's bring it all up together. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, down. This time we're adding some upper body movement. Inhale, up and pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come all the way down. Inhale, lift up. Pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come down. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Pump, 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 pump. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come all the way down. Come up onto your forearms, your first single leg kick. You're on the forearm, the elbow and shoulder are aligned, palms down. Lift the belly away from the mat. You're on the top of your thigh. We're going to take the legs back. You can kick, flex, and point any way you like. Kick, kick, point, reach, drop. Kick, kick, point, reach, drop. Kick, kick, point, reach. Kick, kick, point, reach. Kick, kick, point, reach. Kick, kick, point, reach. 2 more, reach. Last one, reach and drop. Lay on one facial cheek for double leg kick. Take your fingers behind your low back. Grab 1 or 2 and let the elbows relax. From here, you're parallel. You're going to flex at the ankles, bend the knees, and go 1, 2. Extend the legs, lift the heart, reach the arms out. Come down, go to the other facial cheek. Kick, kick, reach. Kick, kick, reach. Kick, kick, reach. Kick, kick, reach. And kick, kick, reach. Come all the way down. Take your hands under the shoulders. Come back into a lovely child's pose. Now, what your knees will allow is all you should do. If you can come back further, great. If not, round your spine and stretch. Take both hands over to one side, drop the hip to the other. Breathe into that side. Take the hands over to the other side, drop your hips. Good. And grab your small ball. Make sure you get a drink of water. I've got to move. And we're going to do some lovely thigh stretch before we go to the other side. So knees are stacked over the hips. We're nice and tall. I put the ball back where we started in the warm-up. We're going to take the arms right at chest level, and we're going to lean straight back. We're going to come up. It's called thigh stretch because you're working the front thighs. Hopefully you can feel that. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale, come back up. Only go as far as it works for you. Inhale and exhale. Challenge, add. Inhale, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. One more. Lower, come straight back up. One more time. Lean back and lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one, hold, come back up. Take that ball out and we're going to the other side. Line yourself up along the back edge. The arm can be down. I gave you the 3 options before. Hinge at the hips, slide the feet to the front of the mat. Your arm can be here or here, so it's your choice tonight. Lift up the top leg no higher than the hip. Make sure the toes are below the heel and point and flex. Keeping your body aligned, hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time, hold the flex foot. You have a book on the outside of that foot as you lower and lift. Abductors, lift. They're probably the most neglected part of our bodies. Oh, in addition to other things, I'm sure. But this one needs our love. And trying to incorporate it into every workout. Hold it. Kick for 2. Point back. Now you don't go far back. You only go till you feel that crease at the glutes. I like to call it a smile. And smile back. And kick. Your natural extension is only 5 to 15 degrees. So if you go back further, you're using the back. Kick, kick, point back. One more time. Kick, kick, point back. Hold it back. Hold it back. Find that smile. Flex the foot and circle the heels. Circle, 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 circle. Oh, I hope you're feeling this here. Reverse, because I am. Circle, circle, circle. I hope that's somebody saying yes. And circle, and circle, and circle, and stack. Woo! Come all the way down. So making sure shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, heels together, toes, kick, flex, reach long. I want you to imagine somebody is pulling that leg out of the hip socket. The leg is disassociated from your body as it moves. Lift, flex, hold the flexed ankle, lift up, point, lower down. Flex, lift, point, come down. 2 more, lift, point, come down. 1 more, lift, point, come down. Now passe, draw the knee in, reach that leg up, flex and lower down. Point, draw it in, reach it up, flex, lower down. Reversing that passe, lift, point, bend, and let the toes run along the inside of the leg. Flex, point, bend, let that leg just run across the other. Good, bend the knees in for clam, lift your feet up, make sure you have a mouse house, a nice neutral spine here, space, hips are quiet, open and close. And remember, we have an imaginary ball between our thighs. Breath. When our pelvis is quiet, we are working the abdominals along with the abductors. That's the goal of the work. And now, a little press. Imagine you have a ball there, right there between those thighs. And I'm hoping you feel those abductors really working. You probably feel the bottom ones too, as they work in isometric contractions. Yes, 2, last one, lower the feet, straighten the legs, reach the arms up, and stretch. Woo. We're gonna take our bodies back onto our backs. And because we've gotten some glute work done, take advantage of that for some single leg bridging. But we're gonna start with double legs, and that way you have a choice if you're not ready. Arms reaching long, lift the hips in a flat back bridge. Find your smiles, knees straight ahead. Articulate down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Oh, it seems like a while ago that we did some articulation. Lift up. Articulate down, 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 down. Lift straight up, and now it is your choice if you want to go to one leg. Keep those hips lifted. Those smiles don't change. You take one leg, you lift, you flex, lower just to the other leg, point, come up. Flex, down to the other leg, point, come up, flex, down, point, come up. Bend, slowly let that leg come down without the hips moving. It's about neutral spine. Articulate down, one vertebrae at a time. We have another leg. Lift straight up. Find the smiles, keep them. Lift that leg straight. Flex, lower to the other leg. Point, lift up. Flex, you have a lot to think about here. Lift, flex. Good, one more time, point up. Bend the knee, drop the foot, and articulate down all the way. Reach the arms to the ceiling, extend the legs, flex the feet, roll up for a transition. Lift head, neck, and shoulder. Exhale as you blow air, and slowly pick up your spine in a beautiful roll up, reaching for your toes and stretching. We're going over to all fours. Towards the end of our work, and knees, wrists, and shoulders aligned, knees and hips aligned. We're just going to tuck the pelvis. I want you aware of not rounding your upper back when you start to go into cat-cow. It's kind of the pelvic tilts we did in the beginning. Now you're going to curl the pelvis, round the spine, and let the eye gaze go towards your legs, making sure your feet are right behind those knees. Let the pelvis go out first. Let the spine start to unwind and lengthen. And now one more time, curl that pelvis. The head is last. I always like to say the head is the last one to leave your party, or the first one sometimes to arrive. And lengthen. And here he's the last one to show up. And beautiful. Come to neutral. Time to do some planking. Making sure if you need to go to your forearms, please do so. The other thing, a little trick, is your mat can be rolled up and you can place the palms right at the edge where your fingertips are not pressing on the floor. It will work your forearms and your serratus. You'll take a little bit out of the upper trap. So I'm going to demonstrate as I do my planks tonight. Take one leg straight out, take another leg out. Make sure your shoulder blades aren't winging. You're nice and strong and powerful. Lift one leg up, point through the foot. Press the other heel back, and then 1, 2, lower that heel. Lift, 2, lower the heel. Point, 2, lower the heel. Point, 2, lower the heel. One more set. Breathe and come in. Lift the tailbone up for a nice pike. Come down into a nice plank. Lift up into a nice pike. Come down to the plank. One more time. And we're going to come into the plank, and we're just going to drop a little knee like we're walking without the hips going. Breathe, 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 and hold. Take the tailbone back up. Walk your feet in just a little and see if your heels can come down for a lovely tendon stretch. Lift the heels up. Make sure your head and ears are lined up with your arms. And lift and lower. And let's walk it out. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. And drop both heels. Bend the knee down to the floor. Come down, grab your ball if it's close by. And let's sit with that ball nicely in our laps as we finish. Whoo, I don't know about you, I'm warm out here. Reach the arms up, serve that platter. Turn your palms up, open up, and place the hands behind you. Lift your heart. I'm hoping that you feel a little wider across the collarbone. You feel a little mobility in the upper shoulder blades. You feel a little taller. Breathe. Feel the ribs expand in your breath here. In order to control the ribs, which is your obliques, we have to let them move when it's appropriate in breathing. One more time. Take those arms away. I hope you guys have a great evening. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you're not able to view it tonight, I hope you come back and look at it on Facebook or go to the virtual page that the JCA is providing with tons of other great workouts. Take a nice deep breath in. Have a beautiful Thursday evening. Thank you.